Nari Rahmani, a national religious activist living outside of Iran, who was the husband of imprisoned human rights activist Narges Mohammadi, criticized his children's meeting with their mother inside the prison, as she was in a dire physical condition with bruises on her face. He described this meeting as both difficult and painful. Families of the injured students from the Shinabad village have protested by not accepting a pension of 600,000 tomans by refusing to open a bank account. A student by the name of Armena, who has burns on over 85% of her body, said we must be sent abroad for proper treatment and these problems should be dealt with quickly. She added that during the course of her treatment inside the Fatima Public Hospital, her condition has not improved at all. During the iftar banquet of the president, Gholam Hossein Karbashi gave a speech referring to Mir Hossein Mousavi as being innocent and sacred. Mr. Gholam Hossein Karbashi claimed that Mir Hossein Mousavi and Mehdi Karoubi have always supported the principles of the Islamic Revolution and requested an end to their house arrest. Shahid Dokht Molavardi, Iran's Vice President for Women and Family Affairs in the cabinet of Hassan Rouhani, showed her objection towards not permitting women to be present in sports stadiums and said, "Women and girls will not forget this injustice. Why should women be the ones who suffer from the laws of this Islamic regime?" Bahare Hedayat, a member of the Central Council of the Office for Consolidating Unity and a political prisoner, has been imprisoned for the last 5.5 years. The Deputy Director General of the Islamic Republic of Iran Broadcasting Radio recently announced the start of a gender segregation of the radio network administrators at work.
The lawyer of Ali Motahari says that the president and the vice president of the University of Shiraz and the student who had invited Ali Motahari for the speech are the defendants of the assault. Members of the Free Trade Union of Iranian Workers have criticized the suppressive encounters of the police forces with the workers. This trade union referred to the aggressive encounters of the police force towards the Madanju mining workers in the city of Kerman and workers of the Zobahan factory in the city of Ardabil, and announced that they will object towards these brutal actions by the security forces. Furthermore, Gudarz Shafiiyan, one of the teachers' union activists in the Kohgiluye and Buyar Ahmad province, who was summoned by the Ministry of Intelligence of the Nurabad Mamasni via the Fahilan police station, visited the Nurabad Mamasni intelligence office. On Wednesday the 24th of June 2015, while visiting the Justice Department of the Kurdistan province to track the status of their cases, Reza Amjadi, a labour activist and a member of the coordinating committee to help Farm Workers Union, and Fardin Mirki, a labour activist, were both arrested by the Justice Department of the city of Sanandaj and were transferred to the central prison of Sanandaj. On the 19th of June 2015, Taimur Khaledian, a prisoner of Hall 31 of Section 10 of the Rajai Shah prison, was transferred to the solitary confinement of the Rajai Shah prison by the order of the internal manager due to insulting the authorities. On Tuesday, the 23rd of June 2015, Mehdi Farahi Shandiz, a political prisoner in the Rajai Shah prison in the city of Karaj, had his sentence extended for a third time in a row and was given a further 3 years imprisonment. It is worth mentioning that his last two sentences have been issued while he was in prison, which means that he now has to spend a total of 9 years in prison. On Tuesday, the 23rd of June 2015, a boy and a girl who were breaking their fast at a coffee shop were arrested by the Tabriz police force. The Tehran prosecutor gave an illegal order and prevented the political prisoner Kamran Ayazi from being released from the Rajai Shah prison. On Wednesday, the 23rd of June 2015, after objecting to his death sentence, Jamal Omarzehi was transferred to the quarantine section of the prison and later to the detention center of the Ministry of Intelligence. Atila Seifi, a civil rights activist from the city of Mian Da'ab, was sentenced to 6 months in prison by the lower court on charges of propaganda against the regime. Iran's supreme leader gave orders to members of the Supreme Council of the Cultural Revolution that they must determine a comprehensive and systematic policy in order to deal with Baha'i citizens of the country, and requested this policy to be sent to him. 4 activists of the Inter-Universalism, or Irfan Halqeh, were summoned to the Evin prison in order to serve their sentences. During the past week, the Sunni Friday prayer imam of the Azah Shahr city requested a judicial investigation to begin on the plainclothes officers who attacked the Baluch and local authorities and activists in the city of Saravan.
The court trial session of Kazem Deghan, a Gonabadi Darvish, was held in the criminal court of the city of Kovar due to the complaint made by the police chief of this city against him. On Tuesday the 3rd of June 2015, Mohi Eddin Mohammad Zadeh, the Sunni Friday prayer imam of the Kula village in Divandara city, was sentenced and forced to leave the village and mosque. Zain al-Abidin Qaimi, a blogger from the city of Khorasan, was sentenced to 3 years in prison. During the past week, the authorities of the Iranian Labour News Agency, ILNA, expelled all the journalists from this agency. The ILNA news agency is one of the few internal media sources in Iran which covers news related to workers such as nurses and teachers. Once again, Reporters Without Borders has condemned the suppressive actions of the Revolutionary Guards against journalists and bloggers, and said that the Iranian Revolutionary Guards are continuing to track down and hunt people through social networks, such that in recent days a number of cyber activists have been illegally summoned or arrested. Iran's Director General of Social Affairs said that during the year 2014, we were able to identify nearly 6,000 children working on the streets. Chief Justice of the West Azerbaijan province said that the prison's maximum capacity has been exceeded by up to 4 times in this province. Dr. Hussein Rafai's physical health condition is severely deteriorating as he is on both a hunger and a medication strike.